Okay, I'm so happy that this time it isn't a fucking picture because for some reason, every time I use my computer, it decides, let me take a screenshot. And then it takes a picture. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another Zinnia's World video. Today, I am so humbly and happily to say we are on my MacBook M1 that I edit on, I watch YouTube on, I listen to my rain sounds on, and I'm now going to talk shit on it. Okay? Add it to the list of things. But today is really just a video about letting go, letting God, and letting it be, and letting the person be, and just something that's been heavily on my heart and something that I've also been wanting to talk about. I think it's just more about accepting who you are and also accepting what it is. So let's get into it. In order for me to explain or for you to understand what I'm trying to say, I want to talk about a story. I had a story time about this friendship, and you guys could go back and watch it if you want. I'm going to save you all the details and spare you, okay? And I'm going to give you a quick summary. From my point of view, I felt like we had a friendship. I loved her more than she loved me, and that is okay. I looked at our friendship as something more, and I was giving more to somebody who could not give me more. And I don't blame her. I don't feel like I have any hatred towards her. I just feel like we met each other at a point in life where we couldn't give each other exactly what we wanted. Okay? And I have a thing of just over giving to people who really don't want it and also don't deserve it. Our friendship ended, and then she had a very tragic incident happen in her life. Mind you, I cut her off a month prior to this, okay? And a month prior to this, of me cutting her off, I kind of just going through our entire friendship and letting it go and letting God, okay? And I was finally healing with the feeling of her not being in my life. And then this tragic situation happened, and I felt very guilty because I was not there for her. I proceeded to that was my phone. I proceeded to still reach out for about a couple months, 2 to 3 months, and just tell her how much I loved her. And if she needed me, she could reach out. And if she wanted to hang out, if she just wanted to talk late night at midnight, I did not care what time it was. I would be the one to sit down for her and allow her to have a shoulder to lean on. You know what I mean? And again, that's my tendencies of continuously trying to be there for somebody who does not want me to be there for them. Okay? And one day I had this feeling in my heart to go and walk around my job. That was my speaker. And when I went to go walk around my job, I then see her sister, and a girl that we used to be like mutually know. And I'm like, nah, that's not them. I walk past them 2 more times. I walk into the van store, and I'm like, that's her, okay? When I'm walking out of the van store, me and her sister, we all stop by each other because I'm walking out and they're walking past, and everybody looks different. I'm telling you, she had braces now, and I am a grown up to admit that I did stalk her mom's Instagram. I stalked all of her family's Instagram, and I seen that she had a car now. Mind you, when we met, we both didn't have our own cars to our names. We both didn't have braces. I was starting to, I got a new job, I had braces, I had my own car, I went to California. There were so many different things about me. But then when I looked at her, she had her own car, she had braces, she looked like she's been in the gym, she just looked and had a different mindset, aura, or like how the new kids like to say it, aura. She just was very different. And that's what I mean by not allowing people into your life after you have made so much progress, okay? I feel like a lot of us want the savior to come into our life, and we want to believe that somebody has changed, somebody is better, that even though they did all of these bad things, they deserve, you want. I want this person to be back in my life because we had so many good times. I want this, I want that. And the real thing that you need to tell yourself is that they don't deserve to be in your life. There are so many good and different things about you that are happening right now. If I look at my life and I look at my last relationship, I have made so much progress. I cut my hair. I got back into like Coursera courses where I'm trying to get my certifications. I got more clarity about my job. I've deleted all my social medias. I've been praying every day. There are so many different things about me and different perspectives that I have that I know if I had just hold it in for a little bit longer, and if I don't call that person or if I don't allow them in my life, that there will be so many new things I would be able to discover without them. Okay? And the real thing is that person will, even if they do come back, is it worth them compromising all of the progress you have made? And even if you think, oh, I didn't make no progress, like I'm still the same person, that babe, you're not. You have a new perspective. You have a new outlook on life. You know what that person is like. Do you know how God-given that is? Do you know the universe has handed you a new perspective of this person? So you will never be the person you were before. You have made so much progress to go back and do the things that you said you would never do again. And I'm not shaming anybody for going back to old situations, because you need to, healing is not linear, but you also need to learn, okay? And that's what I'm going to say about that, is that no matter what situation you have been through, allow that person to be who they want to be. Allow that person to wake up and not want you anymore and still be the person that they are. And I'm being so for real when I say that. Allow them to be who they want to be. But do you have to allow them in your life? No. You have so many new and good things about you that you don't need to share with that person. You don't. And that's what I mean about the situation with my friend. And I always go back to that situation. I am not who I was when you met me. I am not that girl no more. I don't need to have you. I don't need to have you. I don't need to have you in my life. And hey, you know what I mean? And I don't want to keep on rambling on. And I genuinely just mean that. And also, click off if you don't believe in God, or if you believe in something, please listen to this part. But I was watching a sermon, right? And in this sermon, they said that there was this person, and I forgot the name, not gonna lie. His hand was severed. He didn't have any hand, but he hid it. And in his church, all the people who would sit in the front, who thought they were perfect, they would all sit in the front and listen to the pastor preach. And the other person, all the people, the disabilities and who had problems, would sit in the back, in the corner. They had their own section. So because his hand was severed, he would hide it. He would be able to hide it and sit with everybody who thought they were perfect, okay? Who thought they were better than the people who had disabilities, because they were perfect in all aspects. You know what I mean? And God called this man to come to the front and show everybody that he didn't have a hand. And because he was able to go to the front and show all of these people who thought that they were perfect, thought that their stuff was clean, respected him more than the people who thought they were perfect. Because even though he had a disability, and even though he had something wrong with him, he was able to say, this is who I am. And this is who I'm always going to be. And because I accepted myself, I do not care what any of you say. And it resonated with me so much because I've recently had a lot of insecurities come to the forefront that I have been pushing off. And I think that a lot of people on this earth have been hiding who they are. And just like me, because I'm not a perfect person. And because we have been hiding so much, we have not been showing or living in any type of truth and thinking that our stuff does not stink when it does. And I also think that, like, truly, if you accept yourself and love yourself to the highest power, you would not care what anyone else has to say about you but yourself or God or whatever you believe in. And truly, this journey of mine is just accepting who I am and accepting who you are, and letting go and letting it be, letting people be, but still accepting who I am and showing who I am, no matter what. Because you will never find acceptance in yourself until you let it be, okay? And what I'm trying to say is, you just have to let go and be yourself. Love yourself fully. Bring everything to the forefront. Everything that you feel like you don't love, bring it to the forefront, because that's who you are. That is a part of you. And because it is a part of you, you have to wear it, okay? You can't just hide everything. And from this talk, what I'm trying to say essentially is that if you accept yourself to the highest power and love yourself enough to know that in every situation, all you did was love and tell the truth and be who you were and be who you are, then nothing can destroy you or tear you down, because you lived in your truth. But also, when those same people who try to tear you down try to come back into your life, you have to understand about how much progress you have made in your own life. There's so many people who think that they are perfect, who will do you wrong and will sit in front of you and make you feel bad for who you are. And at the end of the day, you just have to let it go, let it be, and let God, or just let it go. Let people be, but also understand, you do not, I will not grant you any more access to who I am because of who I am. And with that being said, thank you guys, and I love you guys so much for listening to this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.